This is Thermo King Galway, a modern multinational campus of two sites encompassing both product design activities and manufacturing operations. We employ 650 people across our two locations in Well Park and Ballybrit, Galway. Thermo King, like lots of manufacturing operations in Ireland, hire a significant amount of engineers, and they don't just work on product design and manufacturing support. The careers for engineers are very, very varied, and they can cover things like management roles in supplier selection and negotiations, materials management and logistics, product testing, quality control and warranty reduction, environmental and safety management, robotics and automation, maintenance of buildings and projects, software, telematics, which includes GPS tracking of our customer fleets, and servicing of our products in the field. But we have a problem. We find it continuously difficult to find female engineering graduates because they're not graduating from our Irish universities or institutes of technology. This fact tells us that talented female students are looking elsewhere for careers. This is not good for us, not good for the economy, and not good for our young female talent pool. Every year, Thermo King promotes graduate engineers to new roles across the business. If we don't hire female graduate engineers, we end up with a predominantly male senior management team. We're losing female talent to other sectors of the economy, which makes us less competitive. In a modest effort to address this situation, we've decided to make this video to be shared with the school-going girls and their parents before they make subject choices early in secondary school that could direct them away from careers in science, technology, engineering and maths, or otherwise known as the STEM disciplines. We're also hoping to influence some of the senior girls as they approach their university course selection to consider STEM courses. We're delighted to see that modern teenage girls have a high degree of confidence, something that was developed by their predecessors. In this video, you'll meet some current female engineering students who'll give a view of who they are, why they selected engineering courses, and what their experiences have been like. You'll also get to meet some current female engineers working in Thermo King Galway. You'll hear from them about how they ended up in engineering careers, and you'll learn a little bit about the jobs that they do. I was influenced to study engineering by my older sister Nollaig, who graduated from NUIG with an engineering degree in the early 70s. Female engineering students were thin on the ground in those days. However, I want to go back almost a century earlier to introduce you to Alice Perry. She was born in Galway in 1885. By coincidence, she was born and lived in Well Park, immediately adjacent to the site of our Thermo King Galway manufacturing operations. Here was a woman ahead of her time. She was unwilling to accept that engineering belonged to men. Alice was one of 5 daughters born to James and Martha Perry. Her father was the county surveyor for West Galway. Her uncle, John Perry, was a noted mechanical engineer and a fellow of the Royal Society in London. He was famous for developing the navigational gyroscope, which replaced the magnetic compass for ocean-going passage making at the time. Together, James and John co-founded the Galway Electric Light Company and brought electric street lighting to Galway before such a thing existed in London. Alice excelled academically, and in 1902 was awarded a scholarship to study at the Royal University Galway, now NUIG. The Galway University demonstrated its progressive credentials by being the first university in Ireland to grant degrees to women on a par with those granted to men. Due to her ability at maths, Alice studied civil engineering. She graduated in 1906 with first-class honours. In fact, she topped her class and became the first female engineering graduate in Europe. Subsequently, the university recognised this fact by offering her a senior postgraduate research scholarship. But unfortunately, her father died within the month, and she found herself unable to accept the scholarship as she needed to take up a career to support her family. Thankfully, by unanimous decision, the Galway Council appointed Alice as the acting surveyor for the west of the county on the same terms as her father. A £400 salary with £100 expenses. This was to be another first for Perry, making her the first female county surveyor on these islands. As the ultimate honour, NUIG opened its new engineering building in 2017 and named it after the trailblazing Galway woman. I was pleasantly surprised to read, on the opening of this fine building, the announcement of the Maura Brazel Scholarship Fund, which was launched at the same time. This fund was established to support talented female students like yourselves that are considering a career in engineering. If you're interested, please contact the NUIG Applications Office online. This fund is sponsored by the renowned New York-based Galway engineer Anya Brazel, who I'm proud to claim as a first cousin. There are well-established engineering schools in universities and institutes of technology, which are soon to transition to technological universities all over Ireland. In the rest, we are well served by the engineering schools in NUIG and GMIT, which both offer degree courses up to PhD level. Other regions of the country are also well served.